It's Thursday, February 28th, and this is your Barbados Today evening news update. So glad you can join us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. The community of Clevedale, Black Rock, St. Michael has been shaken by last night's shooting incident, which resulted in the death of 47-year-old Lester Holder and injury to another man. When Barbados Today visited the area, police were back on the scene as they continued their investigations. Shop owner Frank Edwards said the incident was disturbing and he wants the country to resume hangings.
Well, it's always this morning I see a picture with my phone, so I see him out.
How was the shooting last week feeling? How do you feel?
But they show it, I'm good. When I hear pop box, I'm really good with you. Big shit, but when the young lady come pull out the door, then fight that in here, fight that. All the people open all that shit. And they shot it back then. Oh, 10 minutes, she's standing here about 10 minutes with me. And she's a friend, you could let me out now.
For more information about our life in Barbados, please call 257.
So are you still living in fear now, or are you?
But that's the truth. What is it? But I still gotta continue my business, you know. I still gotta continue the truth. I still gotta continue to live it. But I will let these people to get home. They gotta start by hanging people. Or they're going in prison, you know what I tell you? They're going in prison, they're young. When they come out, they're still young. If some boy get hanged today, you know what I'm trying to do? You gotta hang some of them, man. They're gonna eat and drink and come out fat. When they see a gray beard on your face, they see the old man.
Meanwhile, a youth minister, Adrian Ford, again called on the island's youth to put down their guns. He's asking them to exchange their weapons for tools of empowerment. Ford, who tells Barbados Today the increase in gun violence is worrying, says government is ready to provide youth with all the help they need.
So we are not only saying to put down those guns, but we are telling them, when you put down those guns, those destructive guns, because the thing about a gun, as I always say, when the bullet leaves, it doesn't have a name attached to it. The only name I see on the bullet, the only names I see are death and destruction. To these. And I am saying to our young people, put down those guns. And then making an emotional plea to put down those guns. And when you put down those guns, we as a government will make sure that there are tools of empowerment around. Whether it's entrepreneurship, whether it's training, whether it's arts, culture, sports, we will have there a myriad of activities available to our young people. And you're going to see those activities being rolled out in the next couple of weeks.
A warning that crime and violence in Barbados is almost at a crisis level. So says opposition leader Bishop Joseph Atherley, and he's calling for urgent interventions to address the worrying situation. In a statement on a national crime response today, Atherley called for government to urgently set up a national platform for dialogue on crime and violence. He proposed that the effort should be led by a special subcommittee of the cabinet, inclusive of the ministries of the Attorney General, Home Affairs, Education, Youth and Community Development. Bishop Atherley also stressed the need for a research-based, proactive, strategic approach to tackling the problem. The Barbados Fire Service is reporting a significant rise in fires for the first 2 months of the year, with grass fires increasing by 575% and rubbish fires by 100%. Chief Fire Officer Errol Maynard said that there was an overall increase of 147% in the number of fires the fire service responded to up until February 25th this year, compared with the corresponding period last year. According to the fire chief, the BFS responded to 2,200 fires last year, of which 1,500 were grass and rubbish. He lamented that grass and rubbish fires continue to lead the statistics, with 270 grass fires being recorded so far this year, compared to 40 for the same period last year, and 90 rubbish fires this year, compared to 45 last year. He urged Barbadians to desist from the practice of indiscriminate burning warning that when the fire gets out of control, the practice destroys the environment and causes distress, especially to those with respiratory issues.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To the region now, in Jamaica, crime is proving to be a major headache for police in St. Catherine. So much so that lawmen say they are not granting permits for entertainment events in crime hotspots.
It is a no-no for events. Because we know that when persons gather for these events, and persons have their enemies at these events, and them got to exact whether it be revenge or reprisal shootings, they are not trying to identify who they want to shoot, you know. They're going to shoot 6 and 7 people.
DSP Duncan says there have been 5 reported murders in the area so far this year, compared to 4 over the same period last year. Meanwhile, a resident is urging the St. Catherine Municipal Corporation to urgently address law and order in another section of the town.
Business people, you know, and I support all those people who build shops and wholesale at Gutters Corner. Them have to survive. They are smart. But where are the officers of the municipal corporation who, when they put up the first stall, should have got to them and say, hey, listen, you shouldn't put it here, so it is not allowed. They have now put up a mall out there. You can't cross the road. Trailers park. What are we going to do about those?
And on the international front, a second summit between U.S. President Donald Trump and North Korea leader Kim Jong-un collapsed on Thursday over sanctions, and the two sides gave conflicting accounts of exactly what happened, raising questions about the future of their denuclearization talks.
As you know, I'm on my way back from Vietnam.
President Donald Trump is back on U.S. soil after nuclear talks in Hanoi with North Korea broke down, and the two sides are offering conflicting accounts of what went wrong. Matt Spatelnik is on the story.
The summit between President Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un collapsed in failure abruptly. The two sides cannot even agree on what they disagree on.
Before leaving Hanoi, Trump said unacceptable North Korean demands on sanctions prompted him to cut short his second summit with Kim Jong-un.
Basically, they wanted the sanctions lifted in their entirety, and we couldn't do that. So we continue to work, and we'll see, but we had to walk away from that particular suggestion.
But in a rare news conference, North Korean Foreign Minister Ri Yong-ho said the North had sought only a partial lifting of sanctions. He said the delegation had offered Trump a realistic proposal, which included the dismantling of its main nuclear site at Yongpyeong. Ri said if Washington partially removed sanctions, the North could permanently end all nuclear production under U.S. observation.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook, or sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. And you can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Good evening.